I give up. I give up. I give up. I apologize, y'all. Again, I am finished. I wasn't going to go live and go over all of that, but just get you guys going and give you some hope. Those are some things you can look at. The Y2K is really, really good. I'm sorry about this is those of you that are just looking at this video. We've been online for about 2 hours now, and we keep getting interrupted, so I apologize. So this is like the third part of the video, believe it or not. I've decided to just turn my phone down. I'm looking at sales, and that's something you have to deal with when you're doing e-commerce business, because what happens is everybody's hitting this because they've seen this video and then went to the store to get this, but this is not online. And I did say it's not online. I know I said that like 100 times. Don't run out there because it's not online. So it's a good thing people want it. Don't get me wrong. That's a good thing. But that's what you deal with. That's what you have to deal with. And it's crazy. And so pretty much you're gonna need, if you start doing a lot of clothing or a lot of anything, you're gonna need 2 phones. I always did, like, and what I do is I block people, because that's what I do. I just block them, and they're just stupid people that don't have common sense. And when I say stupid people, I'm saying this because this guy who's calling me right now, which I'm going to get him off, is he's being pervert. He's not really, I'm not going to show y'all what he sent me, but it's not nothing that I would like to see. So you deal with that too. So you got to kind of weed those out when you first start. And so all I do is block them, and then I report them. I block them, and nothing's going to happen to them because they're not from here. So you deal with a lot of that, and then it says nudity, and I just submit the report, and that's what I do. And usually when I do that, they leave me alone. I don't have that problem. But you do deal with that, and it's sad, and it's sad to think that, thank God, you really got to teach your kids. You really have to teach them, because this is the profile. I don't mind showing y'all the profile that they sent. This is the profile, and this guy's probably looks like, to me, I could tell you he's not in this country. Let me show y'all. And that's a little kid, and he sends me a picture of his body naked. He's standing there naked. So, and he's moving, so I know it's him. So I just blocked him. You can just block him, and then you report it. And the problem is not everybody reports it because they don't want to deal with it. I always report it because I think about the kids out there. So that is what I was dealing with earlier. But back to the positive. We did get something done today. You have to keep grinding, and y'all hear me talk about the grind. You got to be in the grind. You got to grind. You got to grind. You got to keep moving. If you keep moving, you stay. If you keep moving, what happens is you stay healthier, and you just keep moving. I don't feel good if you see my sinuses are acting up. It is so cold out there right now. So I told myself, I'm not going to let the weather beat me. I'm not going to lay in bed. I'm not going to let you beat me. It's not going to happen. So I got up, and y'all see how my day went. So hopefully I can motivate someone, and maybe you can motivate someone, and then maybe one day I'll be watching your videos, and you'll motivate me. Like today when I was laying there on the couch this morning, I was watching someone else's videos, and I was like, ooh, man, I like that. Ooh, I like how he did that. And he was doing some clothes, and I was like, man, that is so cool the way he does that. And so guess what I did? Jumped up, I said, let me go finish mine. So we all need motivation. This is what you see us on live all the time. This ain't us all the time. This is us trying to just make it like y'all are. So what you have to do is you got to keep moving. When you get our age, you got to keep moving. I understand and I relate to the kids only because I was a high school principal. I worked at the junior high. I've worked at principal at all levels. I've even worked at alternative schools as an assistant principal. So I've seen all kind of classes of students. So that is why I picked, I'm looking outside because I see snow flurries. I'm sitting here in San Antonio, Texas, looking at snow flurries out my window. I have seen it all. That's crazy. That is crazy, y'all. Look at this. I don't think y'all can see. But that's what, forgot what I was saying. Oh, I've had all kind of kids, you know, so I know what they like. I know what kids wear. I know pretty much. And they can relate. I relate to them. They relate to me. And so a lot of clothes I put out are kid-friendly. I don't do clothes that are too much. I don't think I've ever done a piece of clothes that is not kid-friendly. And I always try to do clothes that make them proud of who they are. The majority of my clothes is art. That's the whole reason I do clothes. I started a clothes line was my art. I wanted to be able to share art out into the world. I mean, I was surprised how many, there's not much art going on in San Antonio, but you go to Austin, man, there's a lot of art. So there's some of us here in San Antonio is trying to bring more art out, you know. So if you have a pair of my pants on, you're walking, you have an art piece on your pants, they're like, girl, where you get those at? I like that. Or hey, dude, where you get that at? I like that. I got this from Johnson, you know. She got that art studio over there off of Thousand Oaks and Paramount, that little art studio, yeah, right there. So, you know, and then more people get invited and more people get excited, and art gets out there. We have a lot of students that can do art that's amazing. I had some ideas, and I'll say this again, and I know some of you have already heard this, but my kids were younger. I have two daughters. When they were younger, they had their own bathroom. So what I did was I kept all their art until they got in high school. They freaked out. They came home one day, and I had all their art hanging in their bathroom. They're like, Mom. And I made it nice. I put it in frames, and I put the little square piece and put the art in the middle. And it looked like a museum. And then I had their names in the little plaques. I actually had the plaques made, and I put their little names on there. And so any guest, it was a guest bathroom. It was their bathroom, but it was also the guest bathroom. So anytime somebody went into that bathroom, they would take forever to come out. And they're like, Mom, you got to take this out of here. People stay in this bathroom. And they do, because they're like, wow. And then I had their age, you know, because it might be Joanne at kinder, Joanne in second. And they're like, dang, she did that in second grade. And I had their writings, but I mean, I put it in posters and frames, and I made it look really like if you were looking at an art museum. The whole bathroom, some of you have been in there. It was an art museum, and I loved it, and they loved it. And that was one way I showed their art, and they thought I threw all their art away, but I kept a folder, and it was easy for me because I was their PE teacher, so it was really easy for me to keep their artwork. When they would bring it to me in the gym, they'd say, hey, look, Grandma. I was a PE assistant, so they'd say, hey, look, Grandma, look. I would take it and put it in a thing. And then when I became a coach, I was my grandkids' PE teacher. So I would just take their stuff and put it in a thing, I have all their paintings and pictures. So those are some things you can do, which is really cool now, and I do this a lot, is people will give me their picture of something their kid drew, and I'll put it on their shirts. And their kid, y'all, to see a kid, man, there's one kid, and he's about to graduate, finally. But when it first came out, sublimation came out. It's where you can do the t-shirts with the ink inside. It's probably about 10, 11 years ago. And this kid, I did it for him. He was in elementary, I'll never forget. And I did a shirt. You know, he still has that shirt. He's like, look, Miss Johnson, I still have it. You know, his mom put it in a frame. You know those those, like, if you put the Spurs shirt, it's in a frame. So after he showed it to him, I was like, dang, you still have this? And his mom looks at him and says, I didn't know you still had that shirt. So she framed it for him. Now he has it in a frame. And he's going to give it to his grandkids. So there is so much you can do. And then, like I said earlier before I got interrupted, you can also take your kids' art and turn it into your own. There's a lot of people who have done that, who will take their kids' art and do something with it. Milam Art Academy, if you look it up, they have a story to where their daughter, who's now part owner of that, that's a big art thing. They do art classes online and everywhere. They're like the biggest. Their daughter is the one they drew. She drew a picture one day and they did something with it and added to it, and that picture went, and they never looked back. They own one of the biggest art studio functioning. They're all over the world. So that's where that was their wow. And the daughter owns, they're part of it. Their whole family's involved in it. And they're all artists. They're very good artists too. They go, like, I think they left the States. I believe now they live in Italy. I could be wrong. But last I checked, they were living in Italy. I could be wrong. So I hope this motivates you guys to get up, get going. I had fun doing this. It was a great day. We got a lot done. If you want to see how we did all this, go back and check the videos. They're there. This hat is not for sale. This hat is standing with me. Who says we're too old, y'all? Get up. We're not too old. We can hang out with these old. Come on. We can hang out with them. Get up. Get out. Get going. I'll catch you guys later. Hope this motivates someone. God is good, y'all. God got us. So you got to understand. If you got the will to live, everything else just falls in place. When you stop, your body's thinking, okay, I don't need to be moving. I don't need to be doing anything. And in your mind, that's where it is. And that's when those thoughts and things that don't need to be in your mind, that's when all that starts. Well, I'm going to die. I'm 72. I'm about to die. I'm going to die. Da, 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 da. No, you keep going. You keep going. You keep going. Life now, you're going to live longer than most people who are in their 20s right now. That's sad. So you keep going. Keep giving back to this community, these youngsters, and let them know what you did to get that age. I've actually had a kid ask me, Ms. Johnson, how come you didn't get killed when you were in high school or junior high? I've had students ask me that. And I said, first of all, I didn't live by the gun. They're like, why didn't you have a gun? I said, because my mom taught me at an early age, you live by the weapon, you die by the weapon. A gun is a weapon. So the Bible says you live by the weapon, sword, you die by the sword. So therefore, I don't need a gun. So that's what things that I was not brought up like that. So the world was not like it is today either. There's more on these kids. There's more things that are taking their attention from good and turning it toward bad. And so a lot of times as parents, we get tired, and it's hard to get out of that bed. It's hard to be that grandma. It's hard just to take care of you now. You can't help nobody till you take care of you. So if you're sitting there and you're in your 80s, 70s, and 60s, and you can say, well, you're 61, and you can say that. But no, I know I can say this because let me tell you why. My dad was 70-something years old. My mom was in her 80s. My dad had cancer. It's the only reason he left this earth. My dad would ride his bike to work. My dad would, people look at him and say, ain't no way in hell you're 70. People look at my mom's like, ain't no way in hell you're that. You don't even look like that. You don't even walk like that. But they did. That's you. It's what you are and where you're going and what you're feeling. And you have to stay right, with your God. Everything else falls in place. And is it going to be every day you're going to wake up and be like, woo? No, you see us now. You don't see our moments, and sometimes y'all do. I will show y'all my moments. Y'all seen me. I don't sugarcoat nothing. The other day I was sitting here, we're working on art. I told y'all I don't feel good. I'm here. I'm barely making it. I wasn't all laughing, because that was me. That was just me. I had to teach a class and I taught it. So a lot of times it's not us. Don't think you're the only one sitting there not feeling motivated, depressed because of what it looks like outside, and you're stuck in the house. It's cold. Everybody's grouchy. People are sick. It's just that time of year. Just tell yourself, you're not going to beat me. And every year it gets easier and easier and easier. I told you guys, I have season anxiety. Every year it gets cold, I get anxiety. This last 2 years, I haven't had any anxiety, none. Because I've already figured out my fear was, why am I feeling like this? And part of the problem was because before I retired, I really didn't have a summer, because as principals and assistant principals, you go back to work early before the teachers. And I'm going to be honest, you don't even get to go home most of the time. So you don't see it. So you retire, now you're home, and you're thinking, wow, what do I do? And you have nothing to do but sit there and having a panic or anxiety attack. That's what you're going to do. So what I'm saying to you, that is normal. People just don't talk about it. People don't say, no, this was easy. No, it wasn't easy for me. I hated winter. I'm telling y'all, if it snowed, I would have an anxiety attack. It was horrible. And then I said, you know what? I have to figure out what is triggering me to do this. Then I realized it was the change of the weather. And once I started reading up on it and everything, I didn't need any meds. I don't need anything. I know it's coming, and I tell myself, okay, I know it's going to change. It's going to be depressing outside, because I'm a sun person. I'm from Harlingen, Texas. I'm from the valley. So I'm like, I'm not used to this. So I'm like, it's going to be cold. It's going to be raining. There's going to be times I can't go outside. But what I have to do is I have to make the best of that time, because that is part of my life that I don't want to throw away. So I have to face it head on. And so for 2 years, I've been head on. I'm like, no, you're not stopping me. I get on my coat today. Where did I go? I went and picked up everything I needed. I went and picked up these clothes. I went and got this other stuff. I already had the hats. I got my sister's stuff. I did everything I needed to do. Yesterday, I'm like, no, it's cold, but you're not stopping me. Went to H-E-B, made a soup recipes on there, by the way. Made a soup. No, you're not stopping me. Back in the day, when I first retired, I wouldn't get out of bed when it was like this outside. I was so depressed. I was so anxiety out. Didn't know what it was. But once I researched it and talked to my doctor, that's another thing. Don't be scared to talk to your doctor. Say, look, I ain't feeling right. Something just ain't, 2 and 2 ain't adding up. All I do is sleep all day, and I think about I'm getting old and I'm dying. You need to express things to your doctor, because they can help you. They can tell you, hey, this is that, this is this. A lot that helped me is my doctor's very wonderful. And 2, I'm a kinesiology major, which is the study of the body. I have a science degree. So I kind of know how that works. And then I'm special ed. So I knew season change, because when you're working at school and the season change for a kid, you're going to see a kid act really, really good. And then winter's going to hit and it's all over. You know all hell's going to break loose at that school. Because if they have to go through a change, they cannot handle it. So if spring break comes, okay, here we go, y'all. There's going to be a major change. Your teachers are going to act up because they can't handle it either. So here's the teachers saying, get ready. The kids are going to act up. Here's the principals, get ready. Teachers are going to act up. Here's the superintendent, get ready. What? The principals are going to act up. Here's the board, get ready. The principals are going to act up, because people can't handle change, and it's on the level. That's just research it. If you wonder why you're depressed right now, go look at seasonal change. Go check that out. Because once you find out why you're feeling that way, and you're not, I kind of feel my pain. Oh no, oh wait a minute, it's my leg. Oh Lord, I done saw this on TV. I used to laugh. I used to watch TV, and I told my mom, never forget, y'all, this is crazy, but I told my mom, I was watching a commercial, right? I was in 3rd grade. I went to school, and I told my teacher, in 3rd grade, I was like, my mom won't take me to the doctor. And they're like, why won't your mom take you to the doctor? I said, because I got hemorrhoids. I seen it on TV. Didn't know what the hell hemorrhoids was. They called my mom, and my mama cracked up. When she opened the book, because back then we didn't have computers, and showed me, literally showed me, in the encyclopedia, do you have this? Is when I realized I didn't have it. So I was one of those people who, if I saw it, oh man, I got that code now. Homeboy got a code, I got a code. That used to be me, but I don't do that anymore because I was like, okay, I'm bringing all this on myself. What am I thinking like this for? And it's not going to happen overnight. You have to change your thought of anything. You have to know, okay, winter's coming. I'm going to have this. I'm going to do this. I had a calendar. I'm going to do this. Now, when I was teaching and I was a principal, I didn't have that problem. You had no time. You didn't have time to think about it winter. Hell, I remember one year I was like, when is Christmas coming? I'm like, Johnson, Christmas was 3 months ago. That's how bad it was. So it wasn't until I retired that I came to this. So y'all don't see that part of us, and not enough of us talk about it. You know, you don't see us, you know, trying to handle our kids, you know. You don't see what's going on. That's why sometimes when I will put my kids on Facebook, when I can find them, because they're all at that age now, or they're either in sports, they're never home. So whenever I can find them, or they'll call and say, we're coming over, y'all notice I'll put them on Facebook, because I want you to see that it's not always this big old happy, we're living life the best we can of what we have and what God has given us, the blessings God has given us, and that's it. We're not, and most important, yeah, you have to think about tomorrow. You're not going to go throw all your money away, but you also have to live for that day. I told someone the other day, I said, you know, they're like, do you feel like, Johnson, that the days are getting longer now or shorter? I said, longer for me, because I value my days now. When you retire, you're not in this morning work, home. You look at the clock and say, dang, it's already 2 o'clock. I wish it was 1 o'clock. I still need to do that. You have so much fun that you value the day. So I hope this helps out. I love to talk, as you know. Somebody said I should have been a talker. I used to do conferences, but I stopped. So I'm gonna go eat. It's pretty late, and I started this at 6 o'clock. I've been on live for a long time, but I don't mind if it helps one person. I don't mind. And check on your kids too. This seasonal thing, it'll affect your kids. Talk to your kids. And I'm glad I thought about that. Talk to your kids. You'll see a lot of things going on. This is the time of year. Check on your kids. Check to find out what's going on. Take care of yourselves. Check on your loved ones. Just say, hey, how you doing? Are you okay? I'm still getting y'all. Look at this. Y'all think I was kidding. I went online and could not find your... No, you're not. I just told y'all it's not there. Like I told y'all, I'm not doing this for the money. I'm not, like, if I sell 3 suits, okay. If I sell 2, okay. I am doing this because I enjoy what I'm doing. Now, if you want to make a business out of it, you need to go on Facebook. Don't listen to me. Watch people who are doing it. They quit their job and they'll order 500 shirts and they'll send it to the thing. I'm not doing more than what I got right now. So I don't do probably more than, I think the least I did was 50. And yes, people get mad. Well, you're already out. You're just holding it. No. People who know me know it's not for that. Because you got to pay your taxes too. So you got to save all that, part of that money to pay your taxes. But the way I do it, my taxes are already paid. So that part I don't have to. And then my shop here in San Antonio, I don't pay taxes. The taxes are already collected. So a lot of things I don't make. Now, if I ship it out to you and I put it in the mail, I have to pay taxes on that. I'm blocking everybody. I'm going on a blocking thing. Is what I'm gonna do. So, just so you'll know, that's just some things. I hope this helps someone out. Maybe you want to pay off your car early. Maybe you want to do something. And I'm showing y'all different ways that I do it. All I know is art. As soon as this weather clears up, we'll be back downstairs in the wood shop, which I could do it now because I have heaters out there. But right now, I'm just not in the mood. That's probably why I got so much going on in here. We will get back to our beautiful painting over there because we have an art show coming up at the end of the year. We did finish this one, and now we need to finish that one. And I do have the date of the art thing, but I'm not going to let y'all know yet because I just don't want y'all to know yet because it might change. You know, life changes quick. So I hope that's everybody's happy. Everybody's having a great day today. Have a great night. I'm going to go eat, take care of me, because no one else is going to take care of you but you. And answer some of these calls, call these people back. And like I said, this won't be up there tonight. I'm not in no hurry. It's like, the money's good and everything, don't get me wrong. But you don't ever want to wear yourself out, because then the fun comes. Then you lose the fun. The fun is gone. But if you have a kid and you're trying to make extra money, that's a way to do it. Now, this thing here is all you need. Then what's going to happen, I'll tell you what's going to happen. You're going to start doing bigger stuff. Like, you can do shirts. You can do anything with this. It just takes longer. But you're going to want to hurry up, and then next thing you know, you're going to be through. So I'm going to go. I love how my hat came out. Go watch the video. See you guys later. I just let my dog out. I can hear her barking right now. You guys take it easy. This is Brendan Johnson, Canvas Tag, the retired school principal and owner and operator of Canvas Tag Art Studio, better known as Blackie. Check you guys.